Hi, in today's video, I'm going to be going over how to create graphs in Canva. So you can create graphs to educate your audience or to use them to see your own data from your own business for your own personal business data matters. So you can do a lot, you can get a lot of information in there, and so I'm just going to show you how to do it. So if you want to just follow along, I'm going to create two graphs. I'm going to create one with some information for my audience, for my sellers and my buyers. And then I'm going to create my own little pie chart just to kind of track my business. So stick around to the end or fast forward if you want to see the business part or if you want to see the educational part for your audience. Let's just do it right now. Okay, so I've got my screen here, of course. I'm at my Canva homepage, and I'm just going to go up to create a design. And for the bar graph that I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and click this card setting. It's more of a horizontal design, so it's going to work well with that bar graph. So let's see. Okay, so I've got it pulled up here, and I'm going to just name my design. So what I'm going to be working on now is a bar graph showing the age of home buyers, and I'm pulling this information from NAR. So they've got their own little chart, but I want to make it in my own branding and make it a little cuter. And so that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to do like home or buyers ages, right? 2020. Let's do that. Okay, so the graphs live in a little hidden spot in Canva. So you just have to come down here to more here on the left-hand side, click more, and then click into charts. So once you are in the charts, you can see there's a lot of different ways that you can show information. And so I'm going to just pop into this donut chart. I think that this is a really cute design, and I will be coming back to this later for the business part of it. But for the graph that I want to do with my buyers' ages, I actually want that in a bar graph. So I just pulled this up here just to show you, but it's really cool because once you get in here, then you can actually go up here and pick the specific kind of graph you want if you do want to change it up. So you can have the bar chart, the stacked one. I honestly don't know the difference between that. Stacked bar chart. Sorry. I probably should have researched that a little bit more to see what that one is, but go ahead and play around with it and see what's up. I'm definitely not going to do a scatter plot because those have always terrified me and I don't know how to read them. So I'm just going to go to my bar chart. I know what's up with that one. So I've got my bar chart here, and you can see that it's all colored here. And so the one little hang up I have with these is that you can't change each individual bar. So to do the colors. So you'll see when I click here. So I'm clicking on the Better Homes and Gardens green, and you can see here that it makes the color it wants for all of those. So what it's doing is, Canva's got its own little color wheel. They know what colors go well together. And so they're fitting that scheme of that color. So again, that's my one hang up with it. I think you can brand it in other ways to make it really look like you're branding, but I'm cool with that. Let's see. Oh, I like to use that orange. I'm not going to use that. I think that is cute. I am into that color. I'm into that. I'm into this. I'm into this. Okay, so this orange I really like. A couple of these colors are reminiscent of the colors I use in my branding, so I'm going to stick with this one. So have some fun with it. Play around with the colors. See which ones you like best. But yeah, unfortunately, if someone else knows a way to do that, that'd be awesome, but I can't figure out a way to change that, and I don't think that you can. So I wish I could help everyone there. But okay, cool. So now that you've got your color, go back into edit up here on this little line up here. And so now we're going to go actually edit the information that's in our bar graph. So up here, I just have the age of home buyers. And again, this is from NAR's home buyer seller generational trends from 2020. And so I'm just going to pull this data. So, and I've got two screens here, so I'm just going to drive this to my other screen that's not going to be sharing, but please just trust I am looking at this data and I'm just going to be plugging it in. well, that's coming up for later. Okay, so all you have to do here is change the item 1. So you can see that's going along the horizontal line, which is what? The y-axis, the x-axis. I should know. My teachers are probably failing me right now for not knowing that. So along your horizontal axis. So those are going to be your items. So I'm going to start with my Gen Zers. And let's see. Okay, so I'm just tabbing over to the 10. So here on our, they are telling me that it's less than 1%. So I'm gonna put 1%. I may even put like, I'm gonna put an asterisk on that though later. I'm trying to think of how to do that. I'll think about that and I'll come back to that. But for now, let's just do this. Okay, so then I've got my young Gen Y's millennial, younger Gen Y, millennial. Okay, tabbing over, and those guys are at 13%. So I'll do 1%. I should have been doing this. I'm going to do 1%, 13%. And you can see as I'm doing that, it's updating my y-axis. I don't know, but I'm thinking that's what that is. So you can see it's going up into percentages there. So, okay, so my next line is older Gen Y millennials. You know what I think would be easier? Sorry, I should have done this because once we get into there, so I'm gonna say under 21, 1%. Under 21 years old, under 21 years old. Then we've got the 22 to 29 years old, 13%. And you can tell this is real time. I'm just making mistakes all over. Okay, so then we've got the 30 to 39 years old. Those guys came in at 25%. Then we've got 40 to 54-year-olds. Those are 23%. Item 5, we've got the 55 to 64-year-olds. Those are 18%. And then if you need more lines, you just keep going. Then we've got the 65 to 73-year-olds. Those guys are 15% of the home buyers. And then we've got 74 to 94. Those are 6%. Cool. All right, so we've got our data in here. I'm just going to pull this so I have more room. Look how my data came here. So we got under 21 years old, 20 to 25. It's super easy to read. It's just nice bright colors, big bars. You can see 25%. You can just kind of see, you know, when you're looking at this, it's cool for your audience to see, you know, it just tells the narrative. So even if you're not looking specifically like, oh, what percentage you can see that the majority of home buyers are 30 to 39 years old. So it's pretty interesting stuff to show people. So I will say here, now I'm just going to move it around and just kind of bring this out. And I'm just going to label my axes so people know what's going on here. So I'm going to center that. I'm going to go over into my text. I'm going to do a little body of text here, and I'll say percent of home buyers And of course, whenever you need to make it sideways, you can just grab that little circle and make it how you want, 90 degrees. That'll be good. I'm gonna grab this, Percent of home buyers. I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller. So now it's like you're a math teacher building your graph. And then I'm just going to, I want this same font and the same size of text. So I'm just going to have this clicked here. And then I'm going to go up to the top right and just duplicate that element. So look at that. Check it out. It just duplicates that. But now I want it to be just right side right. So I'm going to get that at 0 degrees and put it down here. Ages of home buyers. Percent of home buyers, ages of home buyers. And I might even do this in a different color. Let's see what that looks like. Orange. Yeah, that's cute. I'm going to align that just so it's laying down here. So we're going to do percent and line that right here as much as we can. I'm going to do that orange too, just to go along with it. It's kind of cute. So you see, and I'm going to keep that just right there, but I'm going to make sure that's centered as much as I can. Cool. So this is a little big. I want to put my own spin on it. So I'm going to drag and pull all this to grab all these elements. As you remember, if you've watched the other videos, and I'm going to just make it smaller this way. And I'm going to add a heading. So here, all right. I'm just going to steal from NAR. What do they say? Age of home buyers. Age of home buyers. Oh, I like that. I like how it's lined up a little bit different there. I'm actually going to grab this. I like that, but now I'm going to do this over like this. There we go. I'm going to line that up like that. Perfect. And then in my smaller font, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say, just the 2020 NAR home buyer and seller generational. And I'm just going to manipulate this a little bit to get that like that. Cool. Send that up. Adorable. And then I'm going to add my logo. So let me go find my logo really quick. I'll do my pink one to make that fit. Oh, I'm not going to do white. Do my black one. There we go. Let's make that fit. And then you can put this anywhere you want to brand it. So let's see where this fits. Down here. Sorry. This is again, okay. Perfect. Awesome. Yay. Okay. There's our graph. So then you could post this to social media. You could have this in a buyer's presentation. You could do whatever you wanted with this. And again, you would just save it. So you go up to the arrow. And then I would just save it as a PNG if you're going to be saving it for any online graphic. And then, of course, if you're going to be putting it in some sort of binder or informational packet for your people, then you would do it in a PDF print, I would suggest. And then you just download it. And then, of course, we got buyers ages 2020. That's going to pop up down there. And there we go. We did it. We made our own graph. Yay. Okay. So the other thing you can do here is take data that you have and have Canva, make it into percentages or whatnot. So I thought this was kind of a cool idea when you are looking at your own business, or if you want to show people in your buyer's presentation and stuff like that who you're working with. I thought maybe like looking at the types of loans from the buyers that you're working with is a good thing to know, and is probably a good thing to advertise too. So if you're going after military buyers with VA loans, this is where you can show them that you're the expert in that most of your business comes from VA loans. Or if you are working with cash buyers or cash investors, you can show them like this amount of my percentage is coming from cash or FHA or any of those. So it's just kind of a cool data to have, and seeing it in a pie chart is pretty cool. So I'm going to go back to more, and I'm going to do my graph again. Where's my graphs? This is weird. Oh, charts. Okay, sorry. So it popped up. Maybe because I'm working in it now, it brings up the charts. But so I'm just going to do a donut chart because those are cute. So I've got my donut chart pulled up here. And again, you can mess with the colors if you want. I should also note that you can change the font of these as well. So you can definitely change it to whatever you want. I like what it came with. It was easy to read. It's simple. It's perfect. But you can definitely change those up. So now that I've got my donut graph here, I'm going to use this cool feature down here that says paste data from spreadsheet. So I've got a spreadsheet up here, and I just put in some points for different kinds of loans and cash. Just put in some numbers for those, and I'm pulling them up here. So I've got my doc here, and I'm just going to copy it, pull all these, Control C to copy. I'm going to go back here to this paste data from spreadsheet, and I'm going to do Control V. And check that out. So I had my numbers before on my data of what buyers I had helped. And now when I'm putting it up here, I can see that, I can see that 43% of buyers were conventional, 26 were VA, 19.6 were FHA buyers, and 10.9 were cash buyers. So that's just a really cool thing to see. And especially if you're doing more of one than the other and you want to advertise to that, then this is an awesome way to talk about that and to show that. And that's easy. You don't need to do the math. Canva did the math for you. So I think that's really cool. Whatever data you have in a spreadsheet that you want to see on a graph, again, you can use this for advertising purposes, or you can just use it in like your yearly business roundup when you're highlighting your business from the previous year, or for your goals for next year, what do you want it to be? So that's a cool feature. So remember, you can do the paste from data. And then once you're in here, maybe you want it on a scatter plot. Again, no, that's terrifying. I don't know how to read that. I don't know what that means. But that's a cool thing to see too. So you can just see conventional buyers. Let's see what the stack bar. I still don't really know what that one does, but that's different from a bar chart. But anyways, so that's that. It's a pretty cool way to do it. So that's that. I hope that was fun. And thank you so much. And have a great day.